All right, so we've been looking for a trailer for almost a year, and it's been a bit of a battle royale whenever we show up trying to get a trailer, but I have hopes for this one because the people agreed and they're expecting us just like last time, but they're expecting us. We have an agreed upon rate. So what we're gonna do when we get there is make sure that everything works, make sure that there's no soft spots in the floor, make sure that the AC and the electric and the stove and all of that are working, the fridge is working, all of that stuff. And what I plan to do is convert the bunk bed area into a studio recording space. And I've already been talking with my audio engineer, Lenny B. Hi, Lenny. And he gave me some tips and things like that as to where to start when trying to jump into this conversion, and pointed me in the direction of some really good sound panels that I could use. So is there anything else that you guys might want to know? Basically, what my hope is that we can travel for a couple weeks at a time and have internet access, and then I can record in the morning or at some part in the day, and then we can just go hiking in the mountains or kayaking or whitewater rafting. So I'm excited.
2 hours later.
Yay!
Finally did it! We finally pulled the trigger!
Yes! I don't know if I can even show it on here. Oh, there's a trailer back there! Finally! It's the next morning. Let's see if they like the trailer as much as we do. Aztec, come here. Get inside. Get inside. Oh! Luna, come here. Yeah, you're not getting out of it. Come on. Come inside. Go in. No, Luna, come on. She's so nervous. Luna, come here. Come here. Up. Let's see how they fit. Oh, you know what? That's not bad. I thought it was gonna be like one dog per aisle. So the trailer that we got is a 21-foot Salem Light Cruise 2014, I believe. And our towing capacity on our truck, we have a small truck, is about 6,300 pounds. And the dry weight of this trailer is about 3,000 pounds, which we really liked. So we have a lot of wiggle room in terms of whatever upgrades we want to do, adding a little bit more weight to it. I think the frame can only take about 1,000 more pounds anyways. And then we never really have to worry about whether we're maxing out our truck or putting too much strain on our engine. One of the things that I didn't expect, which I should have expected, is that the length of the trailer is including the bars in the front that are holding the gas tank and the battery and for the hitch. So the actual length of the inside of the trailer is about 16 feet, which is pretty small. First things first, I cleaned out the entire trailer, not like a full wipe down or anything, but they had just left a bunch of random stuff in the cupboards and, you know, all of that. So I took out the beds, I emptied the cupboards, and I immediately hopped into the future studio space. So I started, you know, disassembling all of that. So it was pretty difficult to find a trailer to buy. For some reason, it's almost like the RV market is just as competitive as the housing market. And what was happening was we would find the perfect trailer online. We would reach out to the sellers, and tons of people, buyers, were wanting to scoop up these trailers. So we had like 3 or 4 false starts. So it's a crazy market, but we're super excited that we were able to buy this. Okay, we hit our first snafu. So this is gonna be my studio space. It's where they typically have the bunk beds in a trailer. And what we assumed was that, we've never had a trailer before, what we assumed was that the water tank was going to be in the undercarriage, just like the gray water tank and the black water tank, but this is a freshwater tank. And I'm assuming that they leave it in here just in case you're in an area that's gonna freeze over, then this isn't gonna freeze your fresh water. And then over here is the pump for the water. So the city water comes in. The fresh water is also attached to the pump. And then that blue line that you see back there runs through the wall, through the bathroom, and you can see it's kind of ugly how they have it going past the toilet and then into the shower space. So we have a couple options. We were thinking if there's an option or a type of freshwater tank that they sell that you can put in the undercarriage, then we reroute all of this stuff to go in the undercarriage. And then there's also the fuse box, which we were anticipating. This is the cord that comes out to attach to whatever power source you're at. And then this is the fuse box that distributes it to where they need to go. We were thinking that we reroute both of those to be stored under the dinette space. So that's one option. Another option, if we can't put the fresh water in the undercarriage, is if I'm gonna have a desk space back there, then maybe we can have a taller freshwater tank and then just build the desktop on top of that. But we'll have to see. I did a lettering system with each cabinet door, so I would know which one it corresponds with whenever we paint them and then bring them back in, because all of them are going to be a little bit different based off of where their hinges were screwed on and where the little, clasp on the inside was. So I wanted to make sure that all of that stayed organized. Okay, while I take a quick break, I'm gonna paint everything white. So I removed all the doors and cabinets and things like that. And I'm gonna sand them down. And then I want to reupholster like the dinette stuff from this retro look to something else. And I'll also take off those leather looking borders like on the door frame and around the bed and take those out so I can reupholster those as well. Eventually we want to convert this entire bed space into like something that folds up into a couch to optimize our space. Or we were thinking of like an actual hydraulic system where we can lift the bed up easily for storage, because right now it would be kind of a pain. But I'll just reupholster the stuff as like a temporary fix. Oh my God, it's hot out there. I meant to only remove the cabinets, sand it down, and paint the trailer this weekend, and then I impulsively ripped out the dinette thinking it would be easy to just rearrange the furniture, and then one of the benches was poorly made and just completely fell apart when I did that, and then I spent way too much time refusing to cut wood and MacGyvering the bench back together. So now I'm gonna get on to sanding, and I'm not gonna bring you with me because I don't wanna get the camera dirty and I just wanna get in there and get it done, and then I can paint and have this done this weekend. All right, so I sanded. The grit on my sander was way too high, but I was kind of, wanting to cut corners, I guess. I don't know. Basically, I didn't even need to have it sanded that intensely, but that's what happened. So that's fine. Everything's fine. That's cool. After I sanded, I went through and I wiped everything down. I wiped the walls. I wiped the cupboards. I swept the floor. I wanted to get all of the dust out of the trailer. So whenever I painted, then I don't have a bunch of grime and dust, messing up the paint job. Okay, so I'm finally ready to paint. I sanded everything down, and I've got to show somebody my taping job. This took hours. Taped all the windows, all the little fixtures. Let's double check that I didn't miss anything. Man, it doesn't look like much, but this took forever. I used a spray gun for the paint, which saved a ton of time, and I also used that because I don't like it whenever you see the paintbrush strokes all over the walls. That was one thing that I wanted to avoid. I wanted to avoid that kind of patchy DIY look. So I wanted everything to be nice and even whenever I sprayed the paint all over the walls and everything. All the drawers and cabinet doors have just one layer of primer on them. And I was letting this air out because the fumes got crazy, but everything has one good
layer of primer. And oh my gosh, it's already looking so much better. I didn't do much in here. You could see that's like the original, oh my God, the fumes are still bad. The original color. But we're gonna replace the tub and redo the bathroom, so we don't need to spray the whole thing. But, oh my gosh, these fumes, still. So I'm not even close to being done. I will see you guys in the next episode, and ask me any questions if you have any, or if you see something that I clearly can and should be doing different on this conversion, please let me know. I would love to take suggestions. Bye.